Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Paris about to take on the Episcopal Collegiate Wildcats. As you can see, both teams huddling up here before this one gets started. This is a pretty significant out-of-conference matchup here late in the season into the final week. The Eagles do play Perryville tomorrow, the end of a 3-day stretch of volleyball. That one will be the final game of the regular season, the final conference game. This again an out-of-conference matchup against one of the top teams in the state. It is a program that has some pretty strong bona fides when it comes to volleyball in 3A. Episcopal won the state championship in 2019. Defeating the Eagles here in the quarterfinals in a thriller en route to that championship. So definitely some history between both programs, and that it almost became kind of almost a rivalry in some respects in 3A. They played almost annually, and we had the 3A preview party and Harding Academy. They often were matched up against one another, and that gets renewed a little bit here today. And this is a big sort of litmus test for the Eagles as they get ready for postseason play. And this is potentially a late state tournament round type of opponent, and we're ready to get this one started with Abby Yarnell serving. It's been played up by the Wildcats. They don't get the attack over here. Yarnell on the serve. Not great receive here by Episcopal. They still get the attack off here, and it's going to hit the line for a kill. Close one. Wildcats serving now. This one played up by Patterson Tights, and that will be tapped over by Yarnell. Tip shot here is going to be off the hands of the Paris blockers. Episcopal will take the lead on that one 2-1. That one is going to be a missed serve against the Wildcats. That ties us at 2-all. Patterson serving here, played up by the Wildcats. They will slap it over where it's played up by Patterson. Yarnell, the outside of Ely, swings down the line, but it is going to be wide of that line. Episcopal will take the point, and they lead 3-2. One Shank coming backwards. Patterson tracks it down. It'll be a free ball from Arredondo. A chance for some offense. They'll go to the middle. That's blocked. Kept alive. Over to Ely again. That one will score for Ashton Ely, and Paris ties to set it 3-all. All as Alexia Arredondo gets ready to serve. She'll put it in play. Good serve here by Arredondo. Shanked, tracked down by Episcopal. They still get an attack off, but it is out. Four to 3. Pretty good serve here by Arredondo. Handled pretty well by Episcopal. They will score up the middle. Ely and Thomas there. Not quite able to push that one back over. Four all here in the first set. Episcopal on the serve, played up by Harrell. Harrell will attack from the right side off the set from Yarnell. That's dug out by the Wildcats. They tip it over here. That's blocked by Thomas. Episcopal keeps it alive though and frees it over. Arredondo to Yarnell. Quickly to Thomas. Tips over the block here and it falls for the sophomore Taya Thomas. And the Eagles take the lead 5-4. The senior defensive specialist Emerson Comp serving. And Episcopal will score quickly to side out there, 5-all. So coming here from the Wildcats, played by Arredondo, but over the net. Episcopal goes to the outside on the attack. They're partially blocked and into the score. Didn't take very much velocity off of that shot. With the attempted block at the net, it is 6-5. Episcopal back on top. Patterson, that one out, and a 2-point lead now for the Wildcats at 7-5. Thomas on the outside, tipped to the net, dug out by Episcopal. They dump it over on the second touch. Played up with one hand by Patterson. Free ball sent over here by Comp. Wildcats to the outside, took the net, put up by Arredondo. Good pass out to Ely. That one dug out close to net for Thomas. Joust kept alive. Freed over by Thomas here, so Episcopal has a good chance for quick offense. They will tip it here. It's played up by Comp, but sailing backwards. Will be bumped over by Patterson, but does not get it over the net, and it is 8-5 Wildcats. Paris out of rotation. Episcopal, according to scorebook, undefeated on the season. Shorter schedule, at least as far as what they have on there, but they are listed a perfect 13-0. That includes some wins over some common opponents with the Eagles, including Pottsville, Conway Christian, and Atkins. Conway Christian did take a set off of him. Joust here at the net for Patterson, that will score. Pottsville 4-18 leading their conference. That was a big win for the Eagles early in the season. This will be out. We're down to a 1-point game. Episcopal, we're going to tip here. Pop there, though. Yarnell out to Patterson. Played up by the Wildcats. They'll go to the outside this time on the attack. That's going to score. Arredondo diving in there, not able to. To pop a good pass up. So played by Ely. Yarnell to the outside to Patterson. That is just out. Tied to the net, Yarnell tries to tip it over late. Actually, she turned, I think it was going for a block. Thought it was going to sail over the net. And the Episcopal lead is pushed back out to 4. to Ely coming up from the back row. That one passed pretty well by Episcopal. They'll tip over the block here and they will score. Right to the net, will be dumped over by Yarnell. She scores to break the Episcopal run. Heads up play there by the senior setter, Abby Yarnell. The Parish trails by 4 now. 13-9, Wildcats on top. Taya Thomas back to serve for the Eagles. Wildcats tip here. Ely right there. Yarnell out to Patterson. Swings towards the gap here and scores. And this one called in by the line judge. An ace for Paris. Thomas again, popped up by Episcopal. Yarnell pushes this one out to Patterson. That's going to be overpass back to the Paris side, but bumped back over by Yarnell, partially blocked by Yarnell. Episcopal on the attack and it scores. Wildcat serve here popped up by Ely, I believe, out to Patterson. That one's down for Ellen Patterson. Pretty competitive set thus far, 14-12 your score. We're back to the top of the order with Abby Yarnell serving. Middle tip can be blocked by Chloe Moore, who scores, and we're down to a 1-point game. For Abby Yarnell, we're tied 14-all. The Eagles have clawed back into this one, but knotted up at 14 apiece. This one's shanked, but Episcopal keeps it alive. They'll get the attack off, but it's out, and the Eagles have the lead, 15-14. Back to the Eagles side. Patterson going to tip over here and she will score. Nice run here by the Eagles in the middle part of this set. They have taken a 2-point lead, 16-14. Pretty good receive this time by Episcopal. They'll attack on the outside. Tipped the net and played up by Arredondo. Yarnell bumps to Ely coming up from the back row. And she scores. 17-14, big run for the Eagles and a timeout called by Episcopal. We will take a break with them and be back with you for more of this opening set after a word from our sponsors.
At Union Bank, we're proud to invest in community. You'll see our logo or our team in every corner of our town because we're much more than just your bank. We're your friends and neighbors too. We're Union Bank, rooted in community and focused on you. Member FDIC.
17-14, Eagles up by 3. Hoping to extend that lead here with Abby Yarnell serving. This will be outside on the attack. That will score for the Wildcats. Serve coming from Episcopal. Put up by Paris to be tipped over here by Yarnell. Wildcats on the attack. Freed over by Harrell. Tip coming here. Ely there for Paris. Yarnell some more. Tries to tip over the block and it falls for Chloe Moore. 18-15 the score. Patterson on the serve. Over pass back, Chloe Moore swings away out of the fall for Chloe Moore. The Paris advantage is pushed to 4 at 19-15. Patterson serving. And that's out for Ellen Patterson. 19-16, three-point advantage for the Eagles. Here's Episcopal on the serve. Yarnell out to Ely. And a kill for Ashton Ely, and it's the 20th point of the set for the Eagles. Up by 4, 20-16. Alexa Arredondo now on the serve. And an ace for Arredondo. 5-point lead. That'll be the biggest lead of the night for the Eagles. And another timeout called by Episcopal. We'll be back after another word from our sponsors.
$22 Brew, where you can have an ice cream and watch football.
Or you have a coffee and watch volleyball.
Family owned, alumni owned, $22 Brew.
Go Eagles!
Does shelter insurance cover shiny red cars?
Yeah.
What about purple vans?
Also, yes.
Monster trucks?
What's going on, son?
From shiny red cars to purple minivans, you can count on Shelter's local agents to help you protect what matters most.
Amber Canada Photography. Whether it's school portraits, sports action, or senior sessions, or family memories, I capture the moments that matter most. Fast, fun, and professional, because your memories deserve more than just pictures. They deserve art. Book your session today.
21-16, Eagles up by 5 late here in this first set, and the lead not going to grow just yet. Great hustle by Episcopal. They will free it over. Patterson to Yarnell, over to Thomas. That falls for Taya Thomas. 22-16, a 6-point lead, largest for either team tonight. Arredondo to serve now. Side up there for Episcopal. They will go to the outside on the attack, and that is out. The Paris lead has ballooned to 7 here, 23-16. Paris 2 points away. Arredondo on the serve. Played up by Episcopal. They'll attack it over here, played up by Yarnell. Out to Ely. Dug out by Episcopal. Good dig there by Arredondo. Yarnell out to Ely. And Ely was blocked in for an Episcopal point. Yarnell the right side here to Harrell. And Harrell will score. The blockers for Episcopal not able to complete that. And set point chance here for the Eagles at 24-17 as they send Emerson Kopp, the senior defensive specialist, back to serve. This one on the outside. That is going to be a net call against Taya Thomas. Out to Ely on the right side, and that will finish off the first set. Paris wins at 25-18. They lead 1-0 after one. As we enter the set break, we'll be back with you for set two after a word from our sponsors.
Farm Credit of Western Arkansas and Paris. Proud to support our farmers, families, and Friday night football. Rural ending, hometown strong.
Logan County Glass on Highway 22 in Paris. See them for all your glass and mirror needs, whether it's automobile, shower enclosure, windows, or commercial. Logan County Glass in Paris. Warren Shoes, your home for Nike, New Balance, North Face, and UGG. Locally owned since 1949. Located in their iconic location on the square in downtown Paris. The Logan County Fair Board is proud to sponsor Paris Eagle Athletics and wants you to know the Fair Building is now available to rent for your next gathering, wedding, or celebration. Contact Tanya Johnson or a board member today for schedule availability. Ameriprise Financial delivers financial solutions for today and tomorrow through a comprehensive and personalized financial planning approach built on a long-term relationship with a knowledgeable advisor. See Sieben Morgan & Associates in Paris or Ozark today.
Brendan Fields with Johnson Law Office in Paris and Clarksville handles wills, trusts, custody, adoptions, power of attorney, divorces, and personal injury cases. Call 479-847-3002.
When it's time for your next vehicle, shop local and drive with pride. You'll get more than a great car. You'll get hometown service and support from folks who know you by name. Paris Ford and Paris Chevrolet, proud supporters of the Paris Eagles.
At Autoplex Collision Repair, we understand that unexpected accidents can leave you financially stressed. That's why we offer Repair Now, Pay Later. Start your repairs today and spread the payments over time. Visit fixrex.com to learn more.
Ron Trusty and Logan County Insurance have been in the same location for 40 years. Proud Paris alumni. Go see him for your auto, home, life, commercial, and bonds. That's Ron Trusty at Logan County Insurance in Paris. El Perion Mexican Restaurant, located on Highway 22 on the west side of Paris for the best in Mexican cuisine. Go see them today at El Perion Mexican Restaurant in Paris.
Set two just about to get underway here. Eagles winning the first one 25-18. This against a very talented and very successful in terms of this season Episcopal team. It is certainly a team in Episcopal that has state championship aspirations. So a good first set win here as the Eagles try to take home a victory in this huge out-of-conference clash here in the final week of the regular season. Completed by Arredondo. Darnell to Ely. That's in for a kill for Ashton Ely. So coming from Abby Yarnell now. Episcopal to the right side. That's going to be off the hands of the Paris blockers. So it's 1-all. This is back to the Episcopal side. Yarnell plays up that stuff attempt though. Ely rolls this one over. Episcopal's going to have to free it over though. Popped up by Arredondo and Ely got out of the way at the last second. A little some confusion playing that one for Paris. And Episcopal leads 2-1. Struggling in serve receive there, it'll be 3-1. Darnell the right side to Patterson. This one scores for Rowan Patterson. Patterson on the serve here, that's into the net. Darnell to the middle here to Moore, tips it over, not able to score. Free ball sent over by the Wildcats. Yarnell to Harrell, she's blocked, played up though by Arredondo, but that's going to be a double on that set attempt that sailed over the net for Abby Yarnell. Five to 2, Wildcats up. Arredondo, Yarnell, it's out to Ely. He pushes it over and scores. Your score now. Just a 2-point game here early in the second set. And popped up high into the rafters. Patterson with a pass here. Yarnell out to Ely. That's in for a kill for Ashton Ely. Good serve, a good receive by Episcopal. This is going to roll right at the top of the net. Out to Ely, and it's into the net. Yarnell out to Ely. She rolls this one over into the gap. Wildcats play it up. They're going to tip it over here. Yarnell, that's too low for Thomas. If you wanted Harrell to take that one. Had to move up and make a late play. Good receive this time over to Thomas. This one tracks this one down though. They'll free it over. Arredondo out to Ely. She is blocked and scores for the Wildcats. She has pushed their advantage to 4 and 8-4. Good receive. Jump shot here from Yarnell is dug out by the Wildcats. They send it over. And it's going to sail. Well, no, they played it up. Tipped over, dug out by Arredondo. Yarnell pushes over to Ely. Ely on the attack. Dug out by the Wildcats. They'll go to the outside here. Tipping over the block, and it's going to score. Ely with a good swing. The blocker's not able to handle that one. It'll careen into the stands. But the Eagles still trail by 4 here. And Harrell's serve will go into the net. Serving errors are an issue at times, certainly throughout the season. An issue for them last night. And the game against Lamar, I think, was a little closer than they expected or hoped for. Arredondo to Yarnell. This one to Ely on the right side. Jump shot coming. Patterson there for it. Out to Ely again. This one just the net, tipped over by Thomas. Not able to score. Out to Ely again. She'll swing away this time and she'll score. Ten to 6. The Wildcats still with a 4-point lead. Pretty good receive by Episcopal. They'll attack on the outside. Popped up by Ely. Hurried over here by Thomas. Slapped over Arredondo there for the dig. Out to Patterson. Dug out by Episcopal. They'll dump it over here. Too far though, and split up by Comp. Out to Patterson again down the line. The kill for Rowan Patterson. Eagles pull within 3, 10 to 7. And that's going to just miss that back line for Ashton Ely. Another missed serve. It's 11 to 7. In a game like this against an opponent the quality of Episcopal, you got to avoid giving the other team 3 points for those missed serves. Good swing on the right side though here for Taylor Thomas. I expect her to be a good one, just a sophomore. Paris back within 3 and 8 to 11. Good receive here by Episcopal. Delta. That's blocked by Moore, and it falls for the Eagles. 11 to 9. The Wildcats still hold a 2-point lead. Thomas aiming short here. Libero runs up on it to the middle and dunked down there. Episcopal up by 3, holding serve. They'll put it in play. And when heading out of bounds, struck down by Yarnell. Arredondo sends the free ball over. They pop it over and it falls. Right there, odd gap, kind of ran a fake. A little bit of miscommunication on the pair of sides. 13 to 9. Patterson here, she'll just tip over the block. I got here by Patterson, one-handed pass there. Tip here from Ely, headed by the Wildcats. They'll tip towards the corner. Ely's there, and nobody can corral it. Episcopal scores the point, and it's 14 to 9. This one's out against the Wildcats and missed serve for Episcopal, but they still lead by 4. Shaky receive here for Episcopal. They will roll it over Ely there. Yarnell out to Patterson. She will tip over the block. You're dug out. Good hustle by Episcopal. Todd's net here will be dumped over by Yarnell, but Episcopal ready for that one. Now attack here. Yarnell gets the first touch. They can't get it over though. To 10. Low receive here. Playable though for Rowan Patterson. Sailing backwards. Episcopal keeps it alive and frees it over. That was impressive there. And that jump shot. The pass too close to the net. Yarnell tried to send it over. And she got stuffed back. 16-10 your score now. And Paris takes a timeout as we take one with them. You are listening to Lady Eagle Volleyball, brought to you by the Eagle Foundation and our sponsors.
At Union Bank, we're proud to invest in community. You'll see our logo or our team in every corner of our town because we're much more than just your bank. We're your friends and neighbors too. We're Union Bank, rooted in community and focused on you. Member FDIC.
(16-10) your score here in the second set. Eagles trailing Episcopal here. Eagles did win the first set 25-18, so they lead 1-0, but Episcopal threatening here to tie the set count. Now to the right side, that's going to be blocked. Tapped over here by Patterson, not able to score. Tip here from Episcopal. Redondo had sent down to that corner. And this will score for Chloe Moore. The blockers, that one rolls along the net and falls out off the hands of the Episcopal blockers. Owen Patterson to serve. Into the net. Throughout this set especially, the missed serves have created a bit of a snag for the Eagles as they try to claw their way back into this one. Still well within striking distance. Darnell jumps it over here. It's popped up. Episcopal keeps it alive. They free it over. That was heading out. It's played up by Patterson. His gut instinct on that one. Good swing here by Ely, but it's played up by the Wildcats. They tip it over here. Yarnell there. Redondo to Patterson. Wildcats tip it over here. Back over the net. Slapped over. Redondo's there, though. Yarnell out to Ely. Ely will swing away here. Dug out by the Wildcats. They free it over. Ely. Yarnell. Back to Ely again. Finally, she scores off the hands of the would-be blockers for the Wildcats. (17-12). Episcopal up by 5. Tip here from the right side towards the corner. Arredondo there. Yarnell out to Ely. That's not going to fall, but it's back to the pair side. Tipped over by Harrell. Could not score. Block though here. Taylor Thomas finishes off the block there for the Eagles. Down to a 4-point lead, 17-18. On the line and race for Alexa Arredondo. And in again for an ace. 17-15, timeout called by the Wildcats. We take one with them and we'll be back with you after another quick word from our sponsors.
Tuber, where you can have an ice cream and watch football.
Or you have a coffee and watch volleyball.
Family owned, alumni owned, 22 Brew.
Go Eagles!
Does shelter insurance cover shiny red cars?
Yeah.
What about purple vans?
Also, yes.
Monster trucks?
What's going on, son?
From shiny red cars to purple minivans, you can count on Shelter's local agents to help you protect what matters most.
(17-15). Wildcats still lead by 2 here, but Eagles on a run. Can they maintain it out of this timeout? Here's Arredondo on the serve. Wildcats the outside, slap this one over Arredondo there. Yarnell over to Thomas. She tips it over here, kept alive and tipped over by the Wildcats. Arredondo, Yarnell to Harrell on the right side. Madison Harrell scores from the right side. It's a 1-point game. Arredondo on the serve, heading backwards. They send a free ball over. This was a really good job cleaning up some of their bad receives. There's a lot of hustle. They pop this one over, sent over by Thomas. Again, Episcopal tracks it down on the attack. Arredondo there. Dump shot here from Yarnell, sent back on a dig. And Episcopal finally swings it into the net. We're tied 17-all. Rapid fire exchange there in the latter stages of that. Arredondo dug that block attempt up, but sent it over to the Episcopal side of the net, but the Wildcats misfired into the net and we're tied. Episcopal will have to send a free ball over here. Arredondo, Yarnell over to Ely. That's down for Ashton Ely, and the Eagles have the lead. Good serve here for Arredondo. Episcopal plays it. They'll attack from the right side block. Kept alive by the Wildcats. They'll tip here. Arredondo, Yarnell over to Ely. Kept alive, slapped over on a bit of a joust to the net. Episcopal now will attack up the middle. They miss. 19-17. Paris has a 2-point lead. That's one blocked by Harrell, but kept alive by the Wildcats. They'll attack from the right side, and it's going to score. They're going to call Ely in the net anyways. It is 19-18. Arnell tips this one over. Tipped back by Episcopal, and it's out. (20-18). Eagles with a slim 2-point lead. They trailed 16-10 earlier in this set, so on a 10-2 run. Good serve here by Comp. Played up by the Wildcats. They'll attack from the right side. Tipped the net, played up by Patterson. Yarnell out to Ely on the outside. And they're going to call Episcopal in the net. It's 21-18. Episcopal wants another timeout. 21-18, Eagles up here in the second set. Back with you after another word from our sponsors.
Amber Canada Photography. Whether it's school portraits, sports action, or senior sessions, or family memories, I capture the moments that matter most. Fast, fun, and professional, because your memories deserve more than just pictures. They deserve art. Book your session today.
Farm Credit of Western Arkansas and Paris. Proud to support our farmers, families, and Friday night football. Rule ending, hometown strong.
Logan County Glass on Highway 22 in Paris. See them for all your glass and mirror needs, whether it's automobile, shower enclosure, windows, or commercial. Logan County Glass in Paris.
21-18, the Eagles lead Episcopal here by 3. They came from 6 down earlier in the set. Let's take this late lead. Here's Top on the serve, and it's into the net. Top serve here by the Wildcats. Yarnell to Ely, but she's blocked. A 1-point lead now for the Eagles. They lead by the slimmest of margins. Yarnell to the right side to Ely. She's blocked again, and we're tied. 3 straight for Episcopal out of a timeout. And the lead gone for the Eagles as we're tied 21 all. Big point upcoming here late into the set. Here's Ely from the right side. Oh, it hits a light and it falls. A fortuitous bounce off one of the LED lights above us. The Eagles take the point, and they're up 22-21. Here's Ely serving. Loping shot for Ely. Not going to fall. Tipped over to the side. Ely digs it out, but nobody goes after it. Top and Yarnell running over there. It splits them. And a great balancing act by Ely there, too, to avoid crossing or hitting the net. An athletic play, but all for naught. And it's 22 all. Yarnell's going to set, well, ends up just being a free ball from Thomas. That's going to give Episcopal a chance for some offense. They slide over the right side, and it's going to be blocked by Rowan Patterson. 23-22. The Eagles retake the lead here. They are 2 points away. They can keep their foot on the gas here from taking a 2-set lead. Short serve for Thomas. Played it well by Episcopal. They'll go to the outside on the attack, but it's into the net for the Wildcats, and it's 24-22. The Eagles can finish off the second set right here. It's Taya Thomas serving, aims short again, it's shanked, and it's going to be an ace to end the second set for Taya Thomas. 25-22, the Eagles lead 2-0 heading into the third. We'll be back with you for that third set after another word from our sponsors.
Warren Shoes, your home for Nike, New Balance, North Face, and UGG. Locally owned since 1949. Located in their iconic location on the square in downtown Paris. The Logan County Fair Board is proud to sponsor Paris Eagle Athletics and wants you to know the Fair Building is now available to rent for your next gathering, wedding, or celebration. Contact Tanya Johnson or a board member today for schedule availability. Ameriprise Financial delivers financial solutions for today and tomorrow through a comprehensive and personalized financial planning approach built on a long-term relationship with a knowledgeable advisor. See Sieben Morgan & Associates in Paris or Ozark today.
Brendan Fields with Johnson Law Office in Paris and Clarksville handles wills, trusts, custody, adoptions, power of attorney, divorces, and personal injury cases. Call 479-847-3002.
When it's time for your next vehicle, shop local and drive with pride. You'll get more than a great car. You'll get hometown service and support from folks who know you by name. Paris Ford and Paris Chevrolet, proud supporters of the Paris Eagles.
At Autoplex Collision Repair, we understand that unexpected accidents can leave you financially stressed. That's why we offer Repair Now, Pay Later. Start your repairs today and spread the payments over time. Visit fixrex.com to learn more.
Ron Trusty and Logan County Insurance have been in the same location for 40 years. Proud Paris alumni. Go see him for your auto, home, life, commercial, and bonds. That's Ron Trusty at Logan County Insurance in Paris. El Perion Mexican Restaurant, located on Highway 22 on the west side of Paris, for the best in Mexican cuisine. Go see them today at El Perion Mexican Restaurant in Paris.
Tuber, where you can have an ice cream and watch football.
Or you have a coffee and watch volleyball.
Family owned, alumni owned, 22 Brew.
Go Eagles!
Eagles lead Episcopal 2-0 as we get ready to start the third here, and what would be a very impressive win late here in the season for the Lady Eagles. Certainly if they found a way to win this set and get out of here with a sweep, it would be extremely impressive. It would pretty much put the rest of the state on notice. Yarnell to serve to start it. Good receive for the Wildcats. They'll attack up the middle on a tip. Right up by Harrell. Freed over by Arredondo. Wildcats down the line. Dug out by Arredondo. Great dig by the senior libero. Tip here from Patterson Falls. What a point for the Eagles. Receive for the Wildcats. They'll take up the middle. It's a tip right up by Yarnell. Arredondo over to Patterson. And that's in for a kill for Rowan Patterson. Wildcats didn't like the call from my vantage point. That was in. Right call by the line judge. And it's 2-0. Receive has been cleaned up by Episcopal. They struggled later in that last set. The dump there. That's a back row attack against the Eagles. Patterson, 2-all. Still just underway here in the third set. Darnell out to Harrell on the outside. What a swing for Addison Harrell. 3-2. Tip here. 5-4 here in set 3. Eagles lead by 1. Episcopal holds serve there. Tied to the net, rolled over there by Yarnell. She'll set Thomas up the middle, and it's going to score. Great receive here by the Wildcats. Also getting a tackle over. Out to Ely, slaps it over and scores. Emerson Comp, good serve, sets up Taya Thomas. Blasts it down, she'll score. It's 8-4. To the right side on the attack. A pass back over and shanked by the Wildcats. 9-4. Off on the serve. Not good receive. It's an ace for Emerson Comp. 10-4 Eagles. Timeout call. We'll take one with them and be back with you for more of this third set after a word from our sponsors.
At Union Bank, we're proud to invest in community. You'll see our logo or our team in every corner of our town because we're much more than just your bank. We're your friends and neighbors too. We're Union Bank, rooted in community and focused on you. Member FDIC.
Eagles up 10-4 here. Still fairly early in the third set. It's a must-win set for Episcopal. Paris winning the first set 25-18, the second set 25-22. This one, that was a good tip by the Wildcats. Eagles play it up and they'll block Ely down to break that Eagles run. And it's 10-5. To Thomas here. Not going to fall. Tried to slap it over. Too much power on that one. And it's 10-6. A free ball here from Ely. Wildcats tip up the middle, and it falls. So a 3-0 run out of the timeout for Episcopal has cut the Paris lead in half. Darnell to the right side to Ely, and that's going to score for Episcopal as they get the block. Out to the net, Yarnell dumps it over, not able to score. Episcopal from the back row coming up has the kill. That is 5 straight out of the timeout for the Wildcats. A 1-point lead for Paris, and the Eagles call a timeout. We'll take one with them. Be back with you for more of this third set after a word from our sponsors.
Tuber, where you can have an ice cream and watch football.
Or you have a coffee and watch volleyball.
Family owned, alumni owned, 22 Brew.
Go Eagles!
Does shelter insurance cover shiny red cars?
Yeah.
What about purple vans?
Also, yes.
Monster trucks?
What's going on, son?
From shiny red cars to purple minivans, you can count on Shelter's local agents to help you protect what matters most.
Amber Canada Photography. Whether it's school portraits, sports action, or senior sessions, or family memories, I capture the moments that matter most. Fast, fun, and professional, because your memories deserve more than just pictures. They deserve art. Book your session today.
Ten to 9, Episcopal in the middle of a 5-0 run after the Eagles had a 10-4 lead. And now it's a 10-all game. Well, Episcopal was certainly never going to go away quietly. 13-0 on the year according to scorebook. Now they have the lead 7 straight. Now out to Thomas. She's blocked. The play of the net has really picked up for the Wildcats. Roll over by Ailey, won't score. Episcopal standing attack here is in for a kill. And it's now a 9-0 run for Episcopal. This one's out. So it'll be a serving error that breaks the run against Episcopal. Wildcats the outside, they'll tip here, they'll score. Eagles got to re-find their footing here a little bit. They were up 10-4 in this set. And they now trail 14-11. And now they trail 15-11, it's an ace. And nearly another ace. Three balls sent over by Abby Yarnell. Wildcats will attack coming up from the back row and they'll score. And it's all Episcopal all of a sudden. 16-11. This is a 12-1 run for the Wildcats. Timeout called by Harris. Back with you after another word from our sponsors.
At Union Bank, we're proud to invest in community. You'll see our logo or our team in every corner of our town because we're much more than just your bank. We're your friends and neighbors too. We're Union Bank, rooted in community and focused on you. Member FDIC.
22 Brew, where you can have an ice cream and watch football.
Or you have a coffee and watch volleyball.
Family owned, alumni owned, 22 Brew.
Go Eagles!
That's the action here. Episcopal is on a 13-1 run, and they lead 17-11. And now 18-11. So it's a 14-1 run. The Eagles are reeling at the moment. They were up by 6, and they now trail by 7. Patterson not able to score here. Dump shot coming, scores for Episcopal. Rarely seen a turnaround like this. Eagles have got to calm down and get this thing together. It's a 10-4 game, so it's a 15-1 run right now for the Wildcats. Out to Patterson. Down the line for a kill for Owen Patterson. Well, let's see what they got. They dug themselves a 7-point hole here. This was picked up the pace quite a bit. Their play at the net defensively has been pretty outstanding. Wildcats the outside, that's a kill. That's going to be sent over by one of the DS's top. The outside, they'll tip it over and they'll score. Remarkable how this set has gotten away from the Eagles after a strong start. To 12. It is now an 18-2 run for Episcopal. Patterson scores, but this set has really gone south for the Eagles. They're going to have to get some momentum back. If not for this set, then for set 4, should we go to set 4, which Episcopal's 3 points away from forcing that. Wildcats dump it over and score. Tip towards the corner here, but Episcopal's right on it. Contact from the right side, that's blocked at the line by the Wildcats. And that's going to score. 24-13, Episcopal has set points. served out. But a 10-point lead still for Episcopal, who still holds set points. Going to take a pretty incredible run for the Eagles to salvage this set. Net call there. Sometimes in these situations, you're just looking to build some momentum. You can't just give up on the set. Go down swinging, literally and figuratively. Tip here is going to be stuffed down by Ashton Ely. There's some fight being shown here. Just gets over the net, sent back over to the Paris side. Darnell out to Ely. Ely scores. What can the Eagles string together here late? They were down 24-13. Ely's going to tip here. Wildcats on top of it. And that will do it, 25-17. Set 3 goes to the Wildcats, and we head to a fourth set. The Parrots up 2-1. We'll have that fourth set for you after another word from our sponsors after the set break.
Twenty-two Brew, where you can have an ice cream and watch football.
Or you have a coffee and watch volleyball.
Family owned, alumni owned, 22 Brew.
Go Eagles!
Does shelter insurance cover shiny red cars?
Yeah.
What about purple vans?
Also, yes.
Monster trucks?
What's going on, son?
From shiny red cars to purple minivans, you can count on Shelter's local agents to help you protect what matters most.
Amber Canada Photography. Whether it's school portraits, sports action, or senior sessions, or family memories, I capture the moments that matter most. Fast, fun, and professional, because your memories deserve more than just pictures. They deserve art. Book your session today.
Farm Credit of Western Arkansas and Paris. Proud to support our farmers, families, and Friday night football. Rule ending, hometown strong.
Logan County Glass on Highway 22 in Paris. See them for all your glass and mirror needs, whether it's automobile, shower enclosure, windows, or commercial. Logan County Glass in Paris. Warren Shoes, your home for Nike, New Balance, North Face, and UGG. Locally owned since 1949. Located in their iconic location on the square in downtown Paris. The Logan County Fair Board is proud to sponsor Paris Eagle Athletics and wants you to know the Fair Building is now available to rent for your next gathering, wedding, or celebration. Contact Tanya Johnson or a board member today for schedule availability. Ameriprise Financial delivers financial solutions for today and tomorrow through a comprehensive and personalized financial planning approach built on a long-term relationship with a knowledgeable advisor. See Sieben Morgan & Associates in Paris or Ozark today.
Brendan Fields with Johnson Law Office in Paris and Clarksville handles wills, trusts, custody, adoptions, power of attorney, divorces, and personal injury cases. Call 479-847-3002.
When it's time for your next vehicle, shop local and drive with pride. You'll get more than a great car. You'll get hometown service and support from folks who know you by name. Paris Ford and Paris Chevrolet, proud supporters of the Paris Eagles.
At Autoplex Collision Repair, we understand that unexpected accidents can leave you financially stressed. That's why we offer Repair Now, Pay Later. Start your repairs today and spread the payments over time. Visit fixrex.com to learn more.
fourth set we go. Paris does lead in the set count 2-1, but Episcopal caught fire in that third set. The Eagles were up 10-4. And then the Episcopal went on a 20-3 run, took a 24-13 lead. Eagles scored 4 straight to make it a little interesting at the end. But ultimately it fell 25-17 in that third set. Hopefully they were able to regather some momentum to end that set. As we go to the fourth set, this will be the last one played to 25, one way or the other. We'll see the end of the game, or we'll go to the shortened fifth set. They're coming from the Wildcats, played up by Kopp. Out to Patterson, swings this one too hard, and it's out. Patterson tips here, can't score. The outside tip coming from the Wildcats, played up by Patterson. Over to Ely, tip to the net, played up by the Wildcats. And down for a kill. Patterson rolls this one over. They're going to call Episcopal in the net. First point of the set for the Eagles. They trail by 1 here, 1-2. Darnell on the serve. Look through the outside. That's going to score. Harrell and Moore not able to complete the block. It's 3-1. Oh, that just gets over the net, and it's an ace for Episcopal. Overseas breaking down for the Eagles. It's 5-1 Episcopal to start this. Darnell to Harrell on the outside. She's blocked. Joust to the net. No, not quite. Tipped over here by Patterson. This one on the right side, tipped over the block. Dug out by Harrell. Darnell pushes out to Patterson. She's blocked, kept alive. Yarnell. They won't score here. They'll bump it to the outside. Does Episcopal. It's going to get a kill unimpeded to the dirt. And it's 6-1. Episcopal up 6-1 here early in the fourth set. Still a must-win set for the Wildcats. Ely rolls this one over, cannot score on that. Wildcats defense has really picked up, and that's going to be a kill for the Wildcats, 7-1. Slid back over the net. And Coach Foreman will call for a timeout, 7-1 Wildcats. The Eagles got to fix some things here in this timeout. We'll take a timeout with him and be back for more of set 4 after another word from our sponsors.
El Perion Mexican Restaurant, located on Highway 22 on the west side of Paris, for the best in Mexican cuisine. Go see them today at El Perion Mexican Restaurant in Paris. Ron Trusty and Logan County Insurance have been in the same location for 40 years. Proud Paris alumni. Go see him for your auto, home, life, commercial, and bonds. That's Ron Trusty at Logan County Insurance in Paris.
Eagles in an early hole here in the fourth set, down 7-1. Wildcats serving. Darnell the right side to Patterson. She is blocked. And a couple of things have really contributed to this reversal of fortunes. The Eagles' serve receive has struggled, but the play at the net defensively for the Wildcats has been impressive since the middle stages of that third set. Again, some serve receive issues here. Dumped over here by Chloe Moore, not able to score. Wildcats get the attack off. Yarnell out to Patterson. She'll tip here. Not going to fall for her. They free it over. Redondo to Yarnell to the middle. This time to Moore, and she'll score. Wildcats on the outside here. Tip. Yarnell there. Redondo. He's going to be bumped over by Patterson. Wildcats quickly to the middle. That is blocked. Kept alive by the Wildcats. They'll send it over. Over to Ely. She'll tip here. Wildcats tip towards the corner. Redondo tracked it down. Yarnell out to Ely. Good swing here for Ashton Ely, and it's a kill for the talented senior Ashton Ely. Pulls the Eagles within 5, 3-8. And into the net for Rowan Patterson. And this serve quashes any of the Paris momentum that they may have been building there. And they're down by 6. Still plenty of room to work with here in this fourth set. Momentum's on the side of Episcopal at the moment. Moore up the middle's going to tip here, can't score. And off the hands of Moore, and the attempted block careens into the antenna. It's 10-3 Wildcats. And this is going to be an ace. It's an 11-3 game right now in the fourth set. Short serve played up by Redondo. He gets a good pass off. Ely with a touch. Yes, say the officials. Redondo on the serve. Shoot pretty well by Episcopal. They'll tug on the outside. It's a kill. Short serve and an ace for Episcopal. The way this game just changed after that, Paris had that 10-4 lead in the third set is pretty unreal. Arnell dumps this one over. She'll score. Still plenty of work to do here. Down 5-13. Well, 6-13. Missed a point there. Comp on the serve, down for an ace for Emerson Comp. then keep them moving to go. Here's Comp. Tip coming, played up by Arredondo. Yarnell out to Ely, and she'll score there. To 8. Episcopal still leads by 5. Episcopal, not a great set. They're going to whistle a double as that one did go over the net. I don't really know how they're arguing that. I mean, she tried to set, but it went over the net. A double rule changed. Always a double if it goes over the net. This is out. 10-13. Eagles on a bit of a run. We'll see if they can maintain this momentum. Up 2-1. But Episcopal, a furious charge in that third set. Jump over here, Ely there, sends it back. Episcopal towards the middle, they'll tip. Donda bumps this one over to Ely. Ely scores. Episcopal leads by 2. Emerson Comp on to serve again, and it's into the net. Well, it's a missed serve, but the Eagles dug quite a bit into that Episcopal lead with Comp serving. Shaky receiver for the Eagles, sent over by Yarnell. Wildcats on the attack, dug out by Arredondo. Yarnell to Ely on the outside, and it's into the net. Episcopal has stretched their advantage to 4. Yarnell the right side to Ely, aiming this one, it's out. Good receive this time. Yarnell the right side to Ely, slaps this one over. Episcopal will tip it into the net. Wildcats have played pretty mistake-free volleyball for the most part. And you definitely get the sense why they've got the record and the reputation that they do. And this one tipped over a little unconventionally. It'll score though for Episcopal. It's 17-12. As we continue to move along here in the 4th set. Still well within striking distance for the Eagles, but Episcopal does hold a 5-point advantage here, 17-12. Low receive this time. A tip here from the defensive specialist, Comp. Slapped over by the Wildcats. Arredondo there, Yarnell out to Patterson. Owen Patterson scores. Thomas on the serve here. Mistimed that on the middle. Tried a quick set to the middle. They won't get it over the net. 3-point lead for Episcopal now, 17-14. Here's Taya Thomas. Episcopal on the outside, that's out. Back to a 2-point game. Good receive here by Episcopal. It was a pretty good serve by Thomas. Tip coming, it's down for a point. Darnell Ely coming up from the back row. That's going to be out. Eagles starting to run out of real estate to try to come back in this set, as the Wildcats look to force a decisive fifth set. Darnell over to Patterson. She'll tip it over here. Can't score. Right side for Episcopal. Block. In for a Paris point. You see Moore and Patterson both over there. Darnell serving here, played up easily by Episcopal. They'll attack up the middle here in the attack. Tight to the net for Episcopal. They get it over, but nobody's going after it. It's dug by Ely. Patterson on the attack. She'll score. The Eagles save one there. Dangerous play. But they cut it to a 1-point deficit. There's Darnell on the serve. Pretty well received. Not a great set. They'll tip Ely there. Darnell out to Patterson. Dug out by the Wildcats. They're going to tip. Arredondo tracks it down, but it falls. Outside to Patterson, she'll tip this time to Libero, right on top of it for the Wildcats. To the outside, they'll slap it over. Dug out by Arredondo, out to Patterson. Kill for Rowan Patterson. To the outside, that's going to score. They're going to call a lift here against Harold, trying to play that up. So that call. 21-19. Pressure cooker here in set 4. Out to Ely. Kind of rolled that one over. The timing a little off. Tip the net, played up by Ely, but back over the net. Slapped over, played up with one hand by Harrell. They get a desperation free ball over, they do. Tip here. Arredondo. Darnell to Ely. Kill. What a point. The Eagles cut it to 1 again. They've gotten here a few times. They have not been able to force a tie. 20-21, Episcopal up by 1. Arredondo serving, it's in the net. Untimely serving error. He's going to have to shake it off. And an ace. I'm not going to time out here from Coach Fulmer. 3-point game. It doesn't look like he's going to call it, just talking with his team. Darnell to Thomas. She's blocked. Kept alive. She'll play it up. Dumped over here quickly by Darnell. Not able to score. They'll go to the middle, and they're going to score. And Looked like the Eagles had a chance. Coach Foreman will call a timeout here. Try to talk it over. We'll take a timeout with him. Be back for likely the conclusion of this fourth set after a word from our sponsors.
At Union Bank, we're proud to invest in community. You'll see our logo or our team in every corner of our town because we're much more than just your bank. We're your friends and neighbors too. We're Union Bank, rooted in community and focused on you. Member FDIC.
Well, a late comeback bid here in danger of being cut short. 21-20 moments ago, 3 straight for Episcopal. They can end the set and force a 5th one right here. Darnell out to Ely, and she's blocked, and that's going to do it for the 4th set. We head to set 5. It'll be the first to 15 here after the set break. We will take a break with them and be back with you for that exciting, I'm sure, ending to this one. A big state tournament type preview between Parish and Episcopal after this word from our sponsors.
Tuber, where you can have an ice cream and watch football.
Or you have a coffee and watch volleyball.
Family owned, alumni owned, 22 Brew.
Go Eagles!
Does shelter insurance cover shiny red cars?
Yeah.
What about purple vans?
Also, yes.
Monster trucks?
What's going on, son?
From shiny red cars to purple minivans, you can count on Shelter's local agents to help you protect what matters most.
Amber Canada Photography. Whether it's school portraits, sports action, or senior sessions, or family memories, I capture the moments that matter most. Fast, fun, and professional, because your memories deserve more than just pictures. They deserve art. Book your session today.
Farm Credit of Western Arkansas and Paris. Proud to support our farmers, families, and Friday night football. Rural ending, hometown strong.
Logan County Glass on Highway 22 in Paris. See them for all your glass and mirror needs, whether it's automobile, shower enclosure, windows, or commercial. Logan County Glass in Paris. Warren Shoes, your home for Nike, New Balance, North Face, and UGG. Locally owned since 1949. Located in their iconic location on the square in downtown Paris. The Logan County Fair Board is proud to sponsor Paris Eagle Athletics and wants you to know the Fair Building is now available to rent for your next gathering, wedding, or celebration. Contact Tanya Johnson or a board member today for schedule availability. Ameriprise Financial delivers financial solutions for today and tomorrow through a comprehensive and personalized financial planning approach built on a long-term relationship with a knowledgeable advisor. See Sieben Morgan & Associates in Paris or Ozark today.
Brendan Fields with Johnson Law Office saying Paris and Clarksville handles wills, trusts, custody, adoptions, power of attorney, divorces, and personal injury cases. Call 479-847-3003.
When it's time for your next vehicle, shop local and drive with pride. You'll get more than a great car. You'll get hometown service and support from folks who know you by name. Paris Ford and Paris Chevrolet, proud supporters of the Paris Eagles.
At Autoplex Collision Repair, we understand that unexpected accidents can leave you financially stressed. That's why we offer Repair Now, Pay Later. Start your repairs today and spread the payments over time. Visit fixrex.com to learn more.
Ron Trusty and Logan County Insurance have been in the same location for 40 years. Proud Paris alumni. Go see him for your auto, home, life, commercial, and bonds. That's Ron Trusty at Logan County Insurance in Paris. El Perion Mexican Restaurant, located on Highway 22 on the west side of Paris, for the best in Mexican cuisine. Go see them today at El Perion Mexican Restaurant in Paris.
All right, one last set to decide it here. First to 15. It's a good start there for the Eagles, as Episcopal not able to send that one back over the net. One to nothing Paris. Here's Yarnell on the serve. It's an ace for the Yarnell, 2 to nothing Eagles. Well, I gotta tell you, no matter how good the start may end up being for the Eagles, they're gonna get comfortable. A 10-4 lead in set 3 turned into a blowout. That's alive here, freed over by Patterson. This one. Yep, that's the right call. 4 touches. Kind of missed down the middle, but they're able to finish it off anyways. Low for Ely. Here's Harrell on the attack, played up by Episcopal. They'll take on the outside, that's out. 4-1 Eagles. And that short serve for Patterson's too short and into the net. To Ely, and popped up, hits a speaker. Episcopal's able to adjust and get an attack off. Redondo bumps it out to Ely, back-footed attack. Not going to score. They dump it over. Patterson digs it up, out to Ely, and it's down for a kill for Ashton Ely. Eagles are a third of the way there here. Redondo on the serve. It's going to be over-received and stuffed down, but it'll be into the net. Thomas knew it. She reacted immediately. Too aggressive on that downswing. It's 5-3. Now out to Ely. Right up by Episcopal. When their blockers went down, they'll get the attack off here. Arredondo. That's tight to the net, stuffed down. Over to Ely here. She tries to bump it over, but it's into the net. We're tied 5-all. 3 straight for Episcopal. Out to Ely again here. That's going to score for Ashton Ely. Paris will break the tie and lead 6-5. serve. A little shaky receive. They're still going to get a tech off here. They'll tip it over and partially blocking there. About to track this down. Great effort. But they won't be able to play it over, and it's 6-all. Darnell out to Thomas, and that one's going to be too far. Episcopal will take the lead for the first time in this deciding set. Up now 7-6 as we're roughly halfway through it. Great receive here over Thomas. She tips. Unable to score. Episcopal to the middle. They'll slap it over. Dug out by Patterson. Over to Ely. Slaps this one over. Good pass here out to Ely. Ely tipped at the net. Kept alive by Episcopal. They're going to dump it over here. I think that's going to be a double. It is. Seven all. Here's Ely on the serve. Wildcats to the outside. It's not a great set. They'll tip it over. Darnell dumps it over herself. Not able to score. They'll go quickly in the middle. Tip the net. Played up by Comp. Yarnell out to Patterson. Dug up by the Wildcats. They'll attack on the outside. That's going to be out. Eight to 7. Paris leads. Halfway to the end of this one. Shank heading backwards. Episcopal takes a swing at it. But it'll be into the stands, and it's 9 to 7. Ely on the serve, and that's going to be out. Nine to 8. Still 1 point lead for Paris. Pop will receive this one. Yarnell out to Patterson. Patterson on the attack. That's going to score for Rowan Patterson. Eagles hit double digits as it's 10 to 8. Taya Thomas is back to serve. Loping shot here. Played up well by Episcopal. They'll push it to the outside. Barely hit that one over. Thomas there. Out to Patterson on the outside. Played up at the net by Episcopal. They try to dump it over here and they'll score. Shanked. It's going to be an ace for Episcopal. We're tied 10 all. Good receive here by Comp. Yarnell out to Patterson. She tips over here. Sailing out of bounds. Episcopal tracks it down. They're going to get an attack off. Arredondo, good pass to Chloe Moore. She's blocked, kept alive. Free ball sent over here by Ely. Chip coming here, Ely there. Eagles good chance here. Patterson. That falls for Rowan Patterson, and the Eagles lead 11 to 10. Back to the top of the order, Abby Yarnell back to serve, the senior setter. 1 point lead here in the shortened fifth set. First to 15, the Eagles are 4 points away from it. Good receive here for Episcopal. They'll go to the outside on the attack, tip the net, played up by Arredondo. Yarnell sends this one over to Patterson, dug up by the Wildcats. Tip to the net, Arredondo there again. Now it's Patterson, blocked at the line by Moore. Yarnell 2 more, she slaps this one over. Played up by the Wildcats, they're going to get an attack off. Arredondo, Yarnell, over to Patterson, tips over the block here, dug out with one hand, they'll tip it over. That's got to be a double. Yep, 12 to 10. And this one into the net for Yarnell. And this serves have come at some untimely moments here for the Eagles. But they still lead 12 to 11 for the moment as Episcopal heads back to serve. This one received by Ely. Yarnell to the right side to Patterson. She's blocked. They're tied 12-all. And hung up in the air a little too much. And Patterson was deftly blocked there, and we're tied 12-all. This one coming down to the wire. Yarnell to Ely coming up from the back row. Not Patterson this time. She swings away. Here it falls for Rowan Patterson. Eagles lead 13 to 12. Rowan Patterson back to serve. Eagles just 2 points away. An ace for Rowan Patterson. It's 14 to 12 Eagles. And Episcopal calls a timeout. We will take one with them and be back with you for more of this one. An exciting fifth set between Paris and Episcopal after a word from our sponsors.
At Union Bank, we're proud to invest in community. You'll see our logo or our team in every corner.